Look at all the green and black jerseys as he drives. Passes on the team.
Dennis Schroder, Germany's star guard, pulled off a performance for the ages at the 2023 FIBA World Cup. He didn't just shine, he claimed the coveted MVP title, leading his nation to their first ever World Cup victory. That's the stuff legends are made of, right? But hold on a second. Rewind the clock a bit. There was a time not too long ago when Schroder was just a bench warmer in the NBA. Yep, you heard that right. The guy who now owns the court with his dazzling moves was once the guy you'd find sipping Gatorade and cheering on his teammates from the sidelines. But how on earth did he go from warming the bench to being hailed as the FIBA World Cup MVP? This is the huge transformation of Dennis Schroder. Let's hop in our time machine and take a trip back to where it all began for Dennis Schroder. Dennis Schroder was born and raised in the city of Braunschweig, Germany. Basketball was not a part of the cultural landscape in Braunschweig. You were more likely to find folks talking about soccer or sipping on a stein of beer. But little did they know, hidden in the midst of this basketball-empty town was a kid who would become an NBA superstar. Unlike the iconic Dirk Nowitzki, who blazed the trail for German basketball, Schroder's path to greatness was far from conventional. The lack of exposure to basketball in Germany made it an uphill battle, but that didn't deter him. Schroder didn't grow up dreaming of slam dunks and three-pointers. Nope, he was a skateboarding fanatic. This dude spent more time on a skateboard than most kids spend in school.
Yeah!
He'd ollie, flip, and shred his way through life, occasionally giving a basketball a shot, but it was skateboarding that had his heart doing kickflips. It was Liviu Kalin, the head coach of the German basketball Löw in Braunschweig's youth program, who saw something special in Schroder. Despite never having set foot on an indoor basketball court, Schroder's athleticism caught Kalin's attention. He saw potential where others just saw a skateboarder. Schroder's journey into basketball was gradual. He started playing with kids much older than him, quickly establishing himself as a dominant force on the court. This early success fueled his confidence and, some might say, his cockiness. As Schroder moved up the basketball ladder, you'd think he was on a fast track to stardom. But here's where it gets hilarious. He wasn't the poster child for punctuality and dedication. In fact, he skipped practices like they were optional homework assignments. But then, life threw a curveball. At 16, Schroder lost his father, a life-changing moment that gave him a new sense of purpose. Suddenly, basketball wasn't just a game, it was a tribute to his dad. He went from king of skateboarding to a rising basketball star. In 2012, Schroder officially kicked off his professional basketball journey with SG Braunschweig in Germany. It was a significant step, but the NBA was still a dream on the horizon. Fast forward to 2013, and that dream became a reality. Schroder made his way to the NBA. It happened on a fateful night in June 2013 when Atlanta Hawks chose Dennis Schroder as the 17th overall pick in the NBA draft. A few weeks later, Schroder signed his first professional contract with the Hawks, embarking on a journey that would test his mettle and resilience. However, the beginning of his NBA career was marked by trials and tribulations. His initial season saw his playing time dwindle due to frequent turnovers, prompting Shelvin Mack to seize the role of the second-string point guard. In a bid to sharpen his skills and gain valuable experience, Schroder spent some time in the NBA Development League with the Bakersfield Jam. His rookie season ended with modest statistics, playing in just 49 games and averaging 3.7 points in 13.1 minutes per game. Then came 2015, the year Schroder truly spread his wings. He had some remarkable performances and analysts began to compare him to a young Tony Parker. Not too shabby, right? On March 15, 2015, he dropped 24 points and 10 assists against the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, that's what you call a highlight reel. His career was taking off like a SpaceX rocket. In 2014 to 2015, he averaged 10 points and 4.1 assists in just under 20 minutes per game, playing in 77 regular season games. Schroder was officially on the map and the X factor for the Hawks. The following season was a bit like playing second fiddle in a one-man band. Schroder was still warming the bench behind All-Star Jeff Teague, starting only 6 games out of 80, but that didn't stop him from improving his game. game. On February 20, 2016, he scored 25 points and dished out 10 assists in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks. It was like watching a magic show, abracadabra. Playoff time rolled around and Schroder was ready to dance. In Game 1 of the Hawks' second-round series against the Cleveland Cavaliers, he lit up the court with a playoff career high of 27 points. Unfortunately, they didn't bag the win, but it was a solo performance worth watching. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Later that same year, Schroder signed a contract extension with the Hawks worth a cool $70 million. However, just 2 years later, he got traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder, becoming their sixth man. His debut with the Thunder was a slam dunk with 21 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and 3 steals. Not too shabby for a guy who was coming off the bench. His second season with the Thunder saw him leading the league in scoring off the bench, dropping a sweet 18.9 points per game. Those were some sweet stats, and he even shot the lights out with a career-high 38.5% from beyond the arc. He may not have won the NBA Sixth Man of the Year award that year, but he certainly left his mark. On November 18, 2020, Schroder made a high-stakes move to the Los Angeles Lakers, trading places with Danny Green and promising draft pick Jaden McDaniels. It was a game-changing trade that had fans buzzing. Just a month later, Schroder made his Lakers debut, and boy did he make it count. He tallied 14 points, 12 rebounds, and 8 assists in a closely fought game against the Los Angeles Clippers.
Look at the hesitation move right here, Kevin. Understood that he had the bigger Patterson.
His Lakers journey had his fair share of twists. He found himself sidelined twice during the season due to the infamous COVID-19 health protocols, causing him to miss a total of 7 games. Nevertheless, Schroder started in 61 regular season games, averaging a solid 15.4 points and 5.8 assists per contest. He was a key cog in the Lakers machinery, showing off his prowess with a 43.7% field goal percentage and a 33.5% three-point shooting accuracy. Come playoff time, Schroder faced the grind, but his numbers dipped slightly to 14.3 points and 2.8 assists, shooting at 40.3% from the field and 31.9% from downtown. Unfortunately, the Lakers' postseason journey ended in disappointment, as they bowed out in 6 games against the Phoenix Suns. The offseason brought about a seismic shift when the Lakers acquired superstar point guard Russell Westbrook, signaling that Schroder's Lakers chapter was reaching its final chapter. But the story wasn't over yet. In 2021, Schroder joined the Boston Celtics on a 1-year contract. The Celtics had recently bid adieu to Kemba Walker and needed some backcourt depth. Schroder was just the bargain they were looking for. Schroder even donned the unique number 71 for the Celtics, since his beloved 17 was retired in honor of John Havlicek. He became only the 4th known player to wear the number 71 in NBA history. However, Schroder wasn't done moving. On February 10, 2022, he found himself in yet another trade, this time to the Houston Rockets. Alongside Enes Freedom and Bruno Fernando, he was part of a package deal in exchange for Daniel Tice. But the twist continued when a shoulder injury ruled him out for the remainder of the season. Shockingly, a few months later, Schroder made a triumphant return to the Los Angeles Lakers, signing a 1-year, $2.64 million deal. He chose the Lakers over the Toronto Raptors and Phoenix Suns, citing unfinished business with the Lakers. And unfinished business it was. Schroder showed his mettle with a season-high 32 points in a nail-biting victory over the Miami Heat on January 4, 2023. His clutch plays were a testament to his resilience. But the real drama unfolded during the Lakers' return to the playoffs. In a heart-pounding play-in game against the Minnesota Timberwolves, Schroder scored 21 points, shooting a remarkable 75% from beyond the arc. He nearly secured a game winner with a sensational 3-pointer, but the game went into overtime. Ultimately, the Lakers clinched the 7th seed in the Western Conference and secured their spot in the 2023 NBA playoff. On July 12, 2023, he shook hands with the Toronto Raptors, sealing the deal on a 2-year, $26 million contract. This move marked Schroder's sixth team in his decade-long NBA journey. Now, Schroder isn't just joining the Raptors, he's set to become their lead guard, stepping into the shoes left vacant by the departure of Fred VanVleet, who signed with the Houston Rockets. After his performance at the 2023 FIBA World Cup, the Toronto Raptors will be glad they made a move for the German. His performance at the just concluded tournament was truly amazing. He led Germany's national team to their very first World Cup win at the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Now, this wasn't your run-of-the-mill victory. Schroder and his team pulled off the impossible by going undefeated throughout the whole tournament. They faced tough opponents like Australia and the United States and came out on top every single time. It was like watching an underdog story come to life. But the real magic happened in the final showdown against Serbia. It was a nail-biter with both teams giving it their all. When the dust settled, Germany emerged as the champions and Schroder was the man of the hour. He didn't just lead his team to victory, he dominated the stats too. With an average of 17.9 points and 6.7 assists per game, he was like the conductor of a winning symphony, winning the 2023 FIBA World Cup MVP. Here's the question for you. What are your thoughts about Schroder? Will he be able to replicate his form for the German national team with the Toronto Raptors? Share your thoughts in the comment section below.